Crystal Eater here with Mission Pet Supplies. Who regulates the industry for pets? Have you ever seen this book? AAFCO is the Association of American Feed Control Officials. These guys are the ones who pretty much just have definitions of what goes into the food. But how regulated is the pet industry actually? And furthermore, when you have products that have varying levels of marketing that goes into making sure that you think that it's all created equal, who is regulating that? Exactly. So these guys are the only ones who actually defines what goes into it. But it's pretty easy, even though we have definitions of ingredients, the quality of the ingredient is extremely varied. And the marketing that coincides with those ingredients is extremely varied. So who do you trust and how do you feed the absolute best for your food? If you go online, there are so many positions about how and what to feed, whether something's good or bad, and something that you've known for years that you've been educated on and that it was the very best thing that you could do for your pet, now all of a sudden is horrible. So what do? Truly, things change every day. And it's no secret that even in the human industry, our ingredients are certainly not what they used to be. And that is no different for the pet industry as well. We have been trained to feed our pets with processed food that is in the form of kibble, dry food, canned food. But there are so many other options that we can utilize, either as toppers or as rotating foods or simply by transitioning to something else. If you can do any kind of whole foods on top of your dry food that you're feeding, we highly encourage it. And by whole foods, there are a wide variety of ingredients that you can use, even down to an egg with the shell and everything, just tossing it into the bowl. It is all whole food ingredients are what you and I can consume, so your pet is no different. And although your pet's genetic makeup, their ancestors were wolves, but their genetic makeup truly is slightly different than a dog who has to go fight for their food. Fluffy just literally got up from the sofa, went down to the bowl, and went back to the sofa after she consumed her food, or Mika back there, to put it simply. But the nutritional needs are different for every single dog, not necessarily just whether your dog is the same as a wolf or not. Then to go even further, is kibble even good for your dog? Is raw even good for your dog? All of these things combined is different for every single dog. So we challenge you, please try to do your research, but if you need help navigating, we are certainly here for you, because marketing is a very tricky thing, and this governing body really just has definitions, but this is the only thing that is keeping brands to somewhat of a level to allow a consumer to understand what is going into the food. And again, even though it might say human grade on a packaging, that doesn't mean all of the ingredients are human grade. So by truly getting down to understanding the brands themselves, knowing where they're manufactured and their processing of manufacturing, where the ingredients are being sourced from, and how the ingredients are going into the food, all of these things are super important. And even down to the labels, such as if you have a product that says salmon flavor means that there's only 3% of salmon in the food. That could be any salmon, but it's only 3%, and that is a recipe. You would think that that's a very large chunk of what's in the food, but it's only a flavoring. So then what are the other ingredients that are in that product? I would question any pet food product that does have the word flavor in it, because it may not have the best quality that you are aiming for. But again, we're here for you at Mission Pet Supplies, and we are not 100% advocates for dry food, wet food, freeze-dried, raw. We are full advocates for what is best for your pet's particular needs. So let's have a chat. contact us. We look forward to speaking with you. If you're on Facebook, private message us. Our email is info@missionpetsupplies.com. Come into our store, 1632 Main Street in Whiteford, or check us out on our website, missionpetsupplies.com. We've already done the research for you as far as the brands that we carry to ensure that we have already asked the questions that are super important, such as where is your food manufactured? Where are the ingredients coming from? And how did you harvest those ingredients? These are really key things that not all brands are even going to respond to you if you tried to call and ask those things. But the products that we carry here, nothing is proprietary because these are your pets and you trust these brands and you trust us to do the very best for your beloved fur children, feathered children, scaly children. So do some research, but please do not get overwhelmed. We have done a lot of research and have a lot of years in the industry, and we are fully prepared and open to have a chat. Crystal Leader, Mission Pet Supplies.